hacking in Overwatch has been getting out of control because you don't have to just worry about the traditional hit scan hacks. They always hit the head because those actually get detected nowadays. Now there's even more advanced hacks that do nuttier things, stuff that I think is gonna make your jaw drop when you actually see what's going on. This happened so fast in this clip I just showed, you may not have even noticed that he shoots this shot across the map, right? As he's looking forward, his aim lock goes up to shoot a completely vertical shot that looks like it's going nowhere, right? Where could this possibly be going? But I figured it out. It's aiming exactly where this Mercy was standing as he hit it. So let's track and pretend if our Mercy did not move, where this shot would have went. Spoiler alert, I've already seen this, so I know exactly where it goes. But the nade flies from the heavens like a siege artillery coming exactly where our Mercy was standing just a moment ago. And if she didn't move, it would have hit her. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, that's just like a shot. Maybe this guy's not hacking. You're just being unfair. Well, trust me, I've looked at this very carefully to see that he most definitely is. And not only he is, but there's members of his party that he's partied up with, because this is what these losers do. They get up in big groups and just hack with each other and pull off some of the most outrageous plays you've ever seen. And you're going to see our Genji's going to go AFK here in a second. Probably kind of getting fed up. Some pretty sus aim there. But Genji's not even moving, right? Let's see where this nade goes. See how he aims? Oh yeah, super fast. That's just totally normal. That's normal how somebody aims, just like that. No big deal or anything. Like that's just what I always do. And it shoots at where the Genji was standing just a moment ago. No big deal. I wonder where this one's gonna go, guys. I want to take a poll in the comment section down below. Who do you think this nade's about to hit? Boom, right on top of him. Just outrageous. I do happen to know Blizzard is getting the hang of this. It seems they've already been shutting down a lot of hacks, but the hack makers have just been making more and more wacky ones that can do even crazier things. We'll show you after this. The tank player was hacking as well, which is just kind of outrageous, but just some more evidence of this Junkrat using aim hacks. And it's sad because Overwatch is a game that if you just put some effort in, you can do crazy things with Junkrat. I mean, like, I can play Junkrat and I'm really bad. Look at him try to hard lock on the Genji here, trying his best to hit him. Projectiles are a little goofy because they don't always connect because the enemy's moving, right? All it can do is shoot it where it thinks it will hit, but like sometimes just predicting would have been better for this player. Like, just take the time to actually learn the character. Why do you have to aim hack it? This next hack on the Reinhardt, I think, is really gonna blow your mind, and it's just hard to even imagine that this would be a thing. Like, how did they do this? Like, what are we looking at? Okay, so the Reinhardt goes AFK here for a second, right? And then magically comes back alive and realizes in the nick of time that while not looking, can just sense with a sixth sense that an Onanade is coming right for him. Look at this. And the wacky, it's a 0.25 speed. The wacky thing about this hack is that not only does it react in time, but it reacts so perfectly, like it knows how to place the shield directly in front at like the last possible second. It doesn't just block it. It's like it blocks it perfectly to min-max the shield usage. And it's just to a superhuman level. I never would have imagined that this would have been a thing. And our Ana player was noticing that he just had really weird shielding on the abilities. And I suppose it just gives them like a area of effect understanding of the projectiles that are coming in, and the shield just turns to block it. The same thing happens again, where he's going to do this in this upcoming fight. Think of this from his point of view, right? Of what he's doing, what he's trying to accomplish. Did you see that? What the heck was that shield? It makes no sense, right? Nate has him dead to rights. He's falling. So, granted, the one thing that made me question this for a moment is if he heard the footsteps fall, then maybe he would have known. But that would be superhuman reaction time. We're in super slow speed, as slow as possible. And like, look at this. It's popping, and the hack knows how to pull the shield out just in time for it to not connect as it's popping. I mean, no one has that reaction time. That's outrageous. And not only does it do it in the time, it somehow blocks it perfectly. Like, how many times have you been playing Reinhardt on accident? Maybe you just put this ever so slightly in front. If this is one little movement forward, the shield actually doesn't block it, and the flash gets behind the shield and hits him like this, and he puts the shield in front and he gets stunned and he's dead. It's just unbelievable stuff that the hacks know how to do that. The thing is, these hacks have been out for quite a long time, and I was hoping Blizzard would get a handle on them before I talked about them, but it seems like there's just more that are coming out, and Blizzard needs to pick up the pace with combating these, because these, like, GM mechanic hacks is basically what they are. And I'll show you a few more of these, and just to prove, like this player is not a GM smurfing. It is a very bad player who has no idea how to play his position, but is able to pull off some outrageous maneuvers. That might have looked like it wasn't much of anything right there, but how did he know to pin, right? He's got wall hacks, and I think he gets frustrated at getting outplayed and getting danced around, because here I'm on the Winston, and we actually coordinate well as a team and are able to just use dive mechanics properly to surround and conquer, and the Ryan doesn't really accomplish anything. Like, he's getting frustrated. He doesn't know what to do. Like, gets slept here, and then I think that's where he turns on his hack, because he's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to lose anymore. I'm just gonna turn this on and then not be able to get hit by an ability. Some of these things are more obviously egregious than others, but when you start to add them up, it's like really weird. Like, these players, they play so badly, but yet can do superhuman things. And this is one of them right here. We'll slow this down, okay? So we just saw how he played A, right? Like, he didn't hold a corner. He didn't do half of the things he could have just watched my Reinhardt guide to learn how to do. On that position, on that very map, I've done it on multiple Reinhardt guides, right? He's playing it really dumb. But then he gets here, and you may not have noticed this. I was playing it in fast forward the first time. But this is like LH Cloudy levels of mechanics on Reinhardt. And you might say, well, that's not too flashy or anything, but what these hacks can do is play your character for you. So when you start swinging at a target, what he does here is intentionally turn this way and then is going to backswing in order, see that, how fast that backswing was? And what that does is, by the time Phoenix has a chance to react, feeling the hammer swing, hearing the animation sound of it connecting, the other swing's already hitting, right? So that's the benefit of hitting at the end of the backswing. And it's just so weird that a player that can't play their position at all can somehow pull out LH Cloudy mechanics, right? It's so funny. Another example for you, just horrible positioning. Like, he has no idea what he wants to control. Any player that was actually at this rank would do one of two things: either hold here to push up or hold this corner. But instead, he's backing up in order to snipe Nateson here. And this is so wacky, because think about this. How did he know Nateson was definitely going to come this way, right? You can say it's luck, because he did see him, granted. Like, he saw him on the side of the screen, knew he was there, all right? Now he's going to assume, he's going to give all this space, right? Terrible idea. This isn't his job. A gold player would do this, to be like, oh, there's a tracer. Me as Reinhardt, I should go this way and let my Junkrat just play this, and we're going to leave all this open. I'm not going to contest anything, any corner whatsoever. And we'll toss this fire strike from miles away at the tracer, instead of definitely hit the front line to charge ult. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go for this 1 in a million fire strike. Which would have hit Nateson. But the funny thing is, like, Nateson passes this off as if it's just no big deal, right? Like, it's hard to notice this as a player, because Nateson is a high tier player, has game sense, sees this as tracer, and just, okay, I'll just strafe that. No big deal. I'll just go in and get a kill. Again, hackers. You know, that's some good skill by Nateson right there. Hit the one clip. You don't have to hack to get kills in this game. You can just learn some basics in order to do it. And look at what Nateson's pulling off against these hackers. This Ashe is hacking, by the way, too, but just, it's kind of boring. I'm not going to end up showing it. But look at the plays he's able to execute. Against these guys with aim hacks, he's still zipping around and pulse bumps the Ana. Both healers dead, and you hackers can't stop him. How are you this bad? It's shocking. Now, okay, listen, I called this guy maybe gold, and the more I think about it, the more that's probably disrespecting gold players. I don't know if there's a tier below bronze. I suppose wood, maybe? Like, look at this. Of course, he can't get slept. Okay, just remember that. What is he doing? Why does he think he can accomplish this now? So now instead of just zoning out the Ana, he's trying to kill her immediately, as if she's not gonna get saved by literally everybody. Like, his game sense is zero. He has none. He's just walking around hacking. Okay, another clip for you. He's very quickly gonna go from GM level mechanics right into wood tier game sense from like a blink of an eye. So he's crawling all over our hit scan, jumps back, all good. Somehow knows the Ana's there, of course. We'll just bypass that. But sees the Zarya, and like, the thing is, hacks can't give you a brain. Why would he place his bubble here instead of trap the Zarya? Why not jump right here? He has primal. If he bubbles right here, then he can shield dance the Zarya and 1v1 her. But instead, he's so bad. Like, look what he's about to do. Like, if you play Winston at all, you are going to cringe so hard when you see the mechanics of his primal, which isn't hacking, right? This is why I think he's actually wood. That some of these mechanics work, like when he's actually controlling. Look at this primal. What am I looking at? What is he doing? What? He has leaps. He's just not using them. What am I even watching? So this guy goes from the most disgraceful Winston primal I've ever seen. Bronzes actually do better than that. Like, they actually try, right? To doing this. This is very subtle and it's hard to see on the first glance. You see how his melee came out there? This is from my old Winston Mastery Guide, where although it doesn't increase your DPS actually, but it increases your burst. So it's gonna get a melee hit. This melee gets canceled perfectly by the jump pack landing. So it does account for the melee animation, so you can't shoot immediately, but it puts all the damage in one, and it's pretty much like free ammo, if that makes sense. It's not gonna hurt your DPS, but it does increase a little bit of damage at the start of it, and will let you have more ammo for that damage. But that's like such a GM tactic, right? High-level players do that. Ones that actually know how to use primal. But one added wrinkle to this that shows you that it's a hack that's able to do this. How did he know that this ledge would have stopped his jump? I'm willing to bet that there's some high-level players that didn't know that this would cancel the melee. But because the hack knows where the jump's gonna land ahead of time, it can do it perfectly, as opposed to him having to do it. These clips are so wacky and so unbelievable, I just had to share them with you guys. Let me know if you've experienced any of this craziness yourself. Be sure to do your due diligence to clean up the community by, if you notice players pulling off these really weird mechanics, like sniping as Junkrat across the map, give it a couple minutes in the replay viewer to verify something's fishy going on and hit the report button. If everyone in your lobby hits report, then it will escalate the priority of the review. So don't assume they won't do anything, they will work at it. Overwatch is becoming an older game now, so it's getting a bit harder for them to keep ahead of the hackers. The game was pristine for many years, to be fair to them, but now they're gonna have to scale up their efforts to combat this. But hope you enjoyed the video at least. Be sure to hit subscribe and click the bell icon to actually get notified when our videos come out. That's been it for me. I've been Frito for your Overwatch. We'll see you guys next time.